Wheel of Games! Hi, I'm bigcal. Welcome to my world and welcome to the introductory video for Wheel of Games. So, just over a year ago I cancelled my monthly gaming subscription box series DIY Gaming Box. And the reason for that is I felt the format had gotten stale and I was just a bit sick of it, to be quite honest with you. So the original idea was something more like what it's going to be now, with an actual wheel. Look, I have a wheel and it spins and everything. The last time I wanted one of these wheels, couldn't find one anywhere, had to go for that stupid little roulette wheel thing that came in like a Vegas at home kit type thing, and I just stuck it to a piece of cardboard that had stuff written on it that I printed off on paper, and it was fine for a while. I just got sick of it. So the format now is similar in terms that it's going to be every month. At the end of the month, spin the wheel, whatever it lands on, I'll get something for that, and then I'll do a video showing it off, talking about it, then spin the wheel again to decide what happens the month after. Only now things are changing up a little bit. For starters, for the most part, there is no longer a budget. So before it was a budget of £25. Now, budget doesn't really matter. If I can get a game that I really want to talk about and be interesting for the video for £2, I'll get just that one game for £2. If I see a game for £35, I'll get the £35 game, and that's how it'll go. So let's just have a look at the wheel and see what's on it for starters. So firstly, we have Nintendo game. No longer are we going to have individual consoles on the wheel because, well, there aren't enough segments on the wheel for starters, and secondly, that limits you a bit too much. Now, if it lands on Nintendo game, I can get something for any Nintendo system that's ever been. The NES all the way up to the Switch and soon to be the Switch 2. Then we have under £5. Obviously, there's a budget involved there. Anything £5 and under. Then we have Sega game. Again, any Sega system can count for a game. Digital game, one of the more interesting ones on the wheel, in my opinion, this time. As you might have seen in my update video in January, I got a new PC now, can actually play more modern games. And I never really talk about digital games that much because I don't have anything physically to show off in a video. I can't pick up a game case and go, look what I got! So I never really do games digital. But now I've got the new computer, I can get something for the PC with Steam or Good Old Games or whatever. Or of course I can still go digital on console with the Switch and the PlayStation 5 and things like that. Merch. Get some gaming merchandise. Probably going to be lesser videos when I show off merchandise, but yeah, it will be something a little different to what normally happens. We have another budget one of £20 and under. Then we have wrestling game. If you don't know, I collect wrestling games. I have well over 100 of them now for systems, going from the original Famicom all the way up to modern consoles. Still a ton more that I want to get, as my goal is to collect every wrestling game that's ever been released. It's never going to happen, but it's a goal to work towards. Then we have PlayStation game. Again, and any PlayStation system counts. Accessory. We can go for just a basic controller, something really weird and crazy, something you've never heard of, whatever I can find at the time. Xbox game, that'll be slightly limited to just the original Xbox and the Xbox 360, because why would I own any of the consoles after that? It's kind of pointless. £10 or under. Modern game, of course, will be limited to PlayStation 5 and Switch at the moment, soon to be Switch 2. And if I go PC, I'll try and limit it to something that is 6 months old or less. And that brings us back to Nintendo game. So, as well as just spinning the wheel, landing on something and getting the game, I want to make the videos a little longer and more in-depth. With DIY Gaming Box, I'd show off a handful of games that I got, and I'd just kind of pick them up and go, yeah, look, it's a Game Boy Colour game, cost £4, it's kind of fun, here's 10 seconds of game footage, and I will just move on. What I want to do now is just focus on trying to get one game per video, get it as early as I can within the month, and play it a bunch, maybe even finish it depending on the kind of game that it is and what else I've got going on at the time. And then do a bit more of an in-depth discussion on the game. Not a full review or anything, but yeah, talk about it a little longer than 30 bloody seconds. So, I'm recording this obviously at the start of March. I wanted to get this done for February, but wasn't able to do so. So this one's at the start of March. I'll spin the wheel or whatever it lands on. That'll be what I'm aiming for the end of March's video. So, let's give the wheel a spin. And under £20, or up to £20 basically. £20 and under, I should probably do that a little bit more. So I'm going to get something, and because I'm not limited to anything other than the price, it could literally be any system, it could be merchandise, it could be digital game, could be an accessory. You don't know. At the moment, I don't know. So hopefully it'll be a nice surprise. And of course, one of the great things about the wheel is now it's landed on this, I'm going to erase under £20, and I've got a list on my computer of all different categories that I can put on here, and I'll replace it with something completely different. So there's never a chance of repeating the same thing as the previous month and just having to spin again or anything like that. There'll always be something different. So hopefully we can keep it a bit fresher, and I don't have to waste my time like before. If I wanted to update the list or anything, I would have to physically go into Photoshop, edit the image file that I had with all the text on it, print it off, take off the other one, stick this one there, put the wheel back on, and this is just a case of wiping it off and writing something else on. So, I'm bigcal, thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the Wheel of Gaming idea, and let me know any suggestions for anything game related for £20 or under for the end of March, and I'll see you next time.